Hi, welcome to the Red Card Tarot. I am Nikita, and we are finally doing a live that I've been wanting to do for a very, very long time. I'll just wait for some of you to come and join before we get started. Hi, can you hear me? Am I loud and clear? Yay! So Ravisha is going to be our moderator for our chats. Hopefully, we don't have those kind of people, thank God, in our group. Oh, great. Awesome. So, how are you all doing? Let's wait for some more people before I get into a small something I have been wanting to share for quite some time, but now seems to be the right time. So, yay! You've been promoted, Ravisha. Thank you so much for what you do, so much for your help, for all your comments, likes, shares, everything. Thank you so much. Oh, my eyes are, blurry and watery, and I can barely see. So you'll see me do stuff with my eyes. I'm sorry. Anywho's, do you think other people are joining us, or should we just talk? Oh, I'm grateful. Thank you. Thank you. So, what do you want to talk about today? The various symptoms. Should I start with what we are going through? Thank you so much. You've shared it right now. So, first of all, yes, extreme sleepiness, drowsiness, needing a lot of naps is going to be happening till a couple of days after the full moon. For some of you, that has already started. Some who have been purging, and especially in the stomach and solar plexus and all that, might have been going on. Downloads are going to be taking place very heavy duty. Yeah, the upgrades are definitely going on, downloads are happening, but like today and tomorrow, what might be happening is a bit of anxiety, a restlessness, so much so that you might want to even bully people or push people, or pick a fight, getting a bit cranky, a bit edginess. Those kind of words might apply, so you have to keep coming back to your center, because you might feel things are not happening as fast as you'd like them to. So but what is wonderful at this time is that communication, if the intentions are correct by both people or whoever, it's going to be real, it's going to be grounded, it's going to not airy fairy fantasy land, actual true communication. So we all have to be a bit patient at this time, how we are communicating with others. No, don't listen right now. There'll be a lot of people coming in trying to tell you what to do, how to live your life. A lot of situations will come up, and I'll explain why it is happening. I'm just seeing if couple of more people are going to join us or not. But continuing with the symptoms, apart from the restlessness and the anxiety and the desire to make things move fast, where we have to anchor back into our patience energy, divine timing, surrender, keep surrendering, and then surrender some more. So what else might be coming up is definitely emotional purge, because and that can happen for many reasons. It can be a purge or releasing of your anger by transmutating, or frustrations, any kind of resentments, grudges, so that, or emotional pain or sadness, where you have felt let down, where they might have been the five of cup energy, five of pentacle energy of being left out in the cold, or I'm always alone, nobody loves me, those kind of energies, or the past grief related to anything that is going to have to be released and purged. And how do you know that you have released it? Is when something similar happens, it won't get under your skin, it won't get an emotional reaction out of you. That's when you know that particular work is done. I hope I'm making sense. So fears have to be, again, dealt with. You have to go through. Hi, somebody else has joined us, please say a hi. So fears we have to walk through, because especially a lot of fears are going to come up over the next few months, is when the realization dawns on people that these are not just temporary shifts. We are being asked to change our lives, change our job, change in relationship. In the Lionsgate reading, why I did such a detailed one was detailed as in for each zodiac, so that people do get a heads up. If they see the sun sign and the moon sign, at least two of these, they can come to know this is where the change has to happen, this is where something old has to be let go, and the new has to come into your life. So that brings up a lot of fear, because people like to be with the familiar, with the comfortable, where they, you know even if there's something better out there, but they cannot see it, they cannot see the next steps, they cannot have a guarantee of how it is going to play out, and that really scares them. So they don't want to take the first step towards that change, and that is going to come up more and more, and the more resistance you have, the harder your day to day life is going to get. The universe is going to compress you more and more and more, till you are like, okay, mother, remember as children, when somebody we used to be playing wrestling or whatever, you had to hit the floor and say mother, mother, or white flag, surrender. So the universe is kind of doing that, but it's not playing. So at this time, what is happening is, if you look at any basic chart of the astrology, be it sidereal, western, whatever you follow, Vedic astrology, if you look at where the planets are, you'll be able to see that they are in two distinct corners. Okay, so the ones that want to bring the change are in one side. Like Uranus right now is really challenging Saturn, on and off, on and off. Saturn and Jupiter, and one more is in Aquarius, right? The others are on one side, and then in the middle, right in the center, from Virgo to Libra time period, right, is Mars, Mercury, and Venus. So it's this triangulation, which you have to think of as how, when we are churning buttermilk to make butter, the manthan, you pull the thing, and in the middle is Mars, Mercury, and Venus. Because Uranus now wants us to leave the old, Saturn is saying, hold on, not everything has been done. The karma is not yet over, or the lessons have not yet been learned thoroughly. Let me test them, let me ensure. Slow down. But Uranus is in a hurry, and to bring the change for the collective, the Aquarius age has started. So they have been moving more or less together since quite some time, and last month they were in Leo, and then currently they are in Virgo, and some are going to move into Libra, and it's like Venus moves first and then whatever, and Mercury and then Mars. That's how they have been traveling for quite some time. And wherever that uh, zodiac of yours is in your placement, for example, if they're in Virgo currently and moving into Libra, so which house of yours in your kundali is it, like fifth house, fourth house, third house? that is going to that is going to be very relevant. That's where you are going to feel a lot of things. But Uranus, where it is in your chart, is going to show you your personal changes are going to be coming in. Uranus is in Taurus. Taurus is my moon sign. So emotions. But in what house is it? That is going to be very important. The collective has to realize, and I'm really scared for our country, because there is very little unity, there is very little working for each other. There's, as long as I'm good, as long as I'm fine, things are good, right? Nobody cares about, they are in so much separatism and division, community and caste and religion and monetary status and boy and girl. There is so much division over here that ours our things have to get a lot more worse before we come together, fight for the rights of each other, support each other, love each other, without what am I getting in return. Here every transaction becomes about money. The only thing that is respected in our country more or less is money. We do everything that, for example, if they truly believed in God, they would not be doing harmful things in the name of God, for example. But that is the what's happening around the world. People, welcome. Later, once it's done, the is done, you can rewind and listen to the beginning part of it. So I'm really scared of what is coming towards us as a country, and those countries where people are not listening. um I don't want to talk about Afghanistan right now, but to put it simply, it is that pressure being put. The collective, the masses have to realize their own power. They have to rise instead of looking towards America, instead of looking towards Russia, instead of us always being looking at someone as our ruler. The government will decide. For example, in our country, the British left, but we never gained our freedom. We just transferred power. We did not become a democracy ever. We continue to be those who are ruled over, and the minute they say something without questioning, without a discussion, without a poll, we just agree. Are completely under the thumb. We are so used to being under a patriarchy. you know Governments are patriarchy at its best. We are used to taking orders. Hi Chandrika, welcome. So we do not fight to protect our rights. We do not have Miranda rights in this country. We do not have, anything can happen. It's just about who, your connections. There's nothing about justice. There's nothing about, but this is the law. And no one is impressed enough or idealizing law or the truth or something so much, be it journalists, be it cops, be it anyone, lawyers. No one cares to uphold the correctness, the what should be fought for. They have all become so cynical and jaded. And look at our politicians, look at their age. How are they going to take us into the future when they can't even envision something like that? We do not have someone that is going to take us into the future. Their motives, everything is based on Kali Yuga. Okay, that which was given to us as work by this was for Kali Yuga, the dark ages. how to survive that. Those rules have to be left behind, and new has to be given space to come in, which is going to be about each other, which is about a larger vision, which is about creating a future. So the lot of purging that earth is also going through, be it the floods, the landslides, the fires, be it in Canada, Italy, Turkey, then what Germany went through, what China has gone through, what India ourselves we are going through. It is a purge that's happening, the clearing, right? They don't have a vision even for 5 years. They just want to get the power and they want to sit there. And it's a very selfish energy. It's about me, myself, and I. And since the two of you are here, please, 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 I'm requesting you, it's a personal request. Please, whenever you see an upload, if you don't, please give that video a like or something and then share if you don't mind, because I want to reach more people. And not only that, I want to have my community board, because I really want to get out of Facebook energies, and I don't really resonate with a lot of people on my Facebook, who are again in the old, and they're not wrong. I'm not saying this is right, that is wrong. It's a process, it's a spiral. Everyone has to go through the same journeys, the same epiphanies pretty much come through. No matter which path you use, you're going to reach there. But those who are in resistance are really asking for trouble at this time. If we are going to be um closed hearted, if you're going to be all from here, profit loss, profit loss, right? Okay, I'll tell you, for example, it's nothing personal against anyone. I'm not throwing shade on anyone, so if somebody gets triggered, please, it's not my intention. And it's not just one, it's several people. Not you too, you both. You are adorable. Where's my Neha? I'm missing her so bad. You're my three angels. Acha. Now, for example, yesterday was my birthday, right? And even if, for example, I've had a falling out with someone or something, I always call it a timeout, and I'm like, listen, this is their day, this is their special day. And I will always send them blessings, wishes, and very heartfelt one, because at one time we shared something beautiful. All right, just because it didn't go in a certain way, or friendships end because you've chosen a different path. For me, for example, with my relatives, with my family members, I've had to withdraw, to conserve my energy, to open myself. I had to detach a lot. There are a lot of sacrifices needed on this journey, with each layer that you cross. You sacrifice something, and it doesn't feel like a sacrifice. It just sheds away from you, and the last thing you'll shed is your physical life, and you'll do it happily, not as in, oh well, death was my destination. It's not, because you can see beyond that. What I'm trying to say is, even so, I'm terrible with dates. I'm going to ask you probably every year, please tell me when is your birth date. I've written it down, but now I'm making a brand new diary, so I'll be asking all of you to write down your birth date, so I can again write it in my new diary, because I misplaced the old one. It's not misplaced, I have so many journals, I don't know which one I've written it in. Anywho, but yesterday what I noticed is people who knew it was my birthday, for example, they could not bring this much into their heart space to send two words, happy birthday. Why? Because maybe they are not getting what they want out of me, right? It's not going to make anyone a pauper to send two words. A lot of people who I don't even interact with, they have sent me so many beautiful wishes on Facebook. Then of course you guys on YouTube, a lot of people on WhatsApp, and those who know that I'm not so much on WhatsApp, they SMS'd me. It took me yesterday and today to thank everyone, to get back to everyone. Then there are some who are my cousins, and they, though I have not been replying or being in touch, they still, they still messaged me So I'm talking about that kind of closed hearts. That, oh, now we are not friends, so I won't. Now, because we are not in a relationship, I won't even wish someone good. And then there are those who have been my exes and who have been in a soulmate kind of a relationship with me, and yet they did. And I wish them always. And they are always in my prayers. And yesterday, someone told me that they pray for me, right? So, are you going to choose to be in that category or this category? There'll be a lot of light workers who will tell you, oh, 3D no longer exists. Unfortunately, in a whole lot of Asia, especially, it does exist. Awesome. See, whether they replied or not or anything, it shouldn't matter because it's not about the other person, right? It's about you and how much love you can embody. We are here to actually slowly and steadily become one with everyone, to be able to say, so what? Whatever the religion, whatever the country. When I find some light workers post against our so called enemy country, I'm like, but the people, the civilians, are not our enemies. War is a very profitable business for every government. They can make laws without having to explain anything. They can hike prices, which in our country, any which way, just happens for no reason. But they then have an excuse. They can just order diktats. They can do things that otherwise would need a parliament to sit down and agree on. They make a lot of profit. Always, any country, America loves wars, is always instigating wars. After the COVID hullabaloo or whatever is going to pass away and things start settling down, how are they going to keep us in fear? How are they going to keep that hate alive, that fear alive? Wars or riots. Hate is the way they control us because that brings up all our hidden fears. Am I making sense? Am I going too fast? I'm not saying all this to offend anyone or challenge or anything. These are seeds I'm planting so that whenever whoever sees this is going to question the narrative they are being told. Thank you, Chandrika. Thank you, Ravisha. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. It is one seed at a time, one person at a time. I have been doing this work now for 12 years, if not longer. I mean, that time, before 12 years, I did not know that this was my life path, my life journey. And I really thought, uh, I did not understand why God would, make me do such things, because at one time I was Miss Popular, Miss Popular and misliked, and the lessons we all go through of learning to speak up and not being a people pleaser and not always being the one to carry the baggage and burden for everyone and everything, and to make everything your responsibility. Like, I was watching Gotham, right? And I was laughing so hard by the end of it when Bruce Wayne, something happens anywhere in the world, he'll be like, it's my fault, I made it happen. And a lot of people with resonate. Somebody is angry and you'll be like, it's my fault, I should not have told that person or said this. Is it true though? Is it true? You're not responsible for their emotions or how they are comprehending a message. People read holy scriptures and take away completely different things. And one thing that I've always been saying all my life, even before I knew this was my job and whatever, this is my life mission, is every religion is like one piece of the jigsaw puzzle. Everyone wants to hold on to their path, Even that's fair enough if you become thorough, and even if that takes you closer to the divine path, yay for you. But the more you can learn to respect and take the good from all of the others, you'll find everyone is saying the same thing: love each other, and we hate anyone who's different, who has a different belief. There was a very good analogy I read the other day, that there are several paths on a mountain. Say God is supposing, or moksha, or whatever is on top, nirvana, and we all are walking different paths to go up the mountain, and it's fine as long as you're not the person who goes and starts beating up people who are walking another road instead of walking your journey, right? How does it matter to you what others are putting into their mouth, what they are wearing, what they are choosing for their life? Not be anyone else's business except theirs. And find you have a partner or someone who thinks you belong to them, you need permissions. Discussion is different from permission. If you, for be it working, be it for, who you are going to stay in touch with, who you are going to be friends with, if you're going to wear jeans or not, please, please, you both need to be very discerning. Do not give in to these kind of social pressures just because of emotions. With the right person who's going to value you the way you are, it might happen way later than your timetable or the society's timetable. You will feel so much better. You'll feel free to be yourself. You'll feel valued for being yourself, and you will not feel compressed. You will not feel suffocated. Some of us have not had certain liberties as children. That was what our parents thought was best for us. We cannot keep blaming them. Fine, it happened. Now what? Now you're adults, right? Now you have to take onus, responsibility for your choices. Do not give in to pressures. One of my biggest jobs here is to empower women, not to stay in toxic marriages, not to take abuse from anyone, verbal, emotional, psychological, sexual, to be okay making mistakes as long as you're learning and growing. They are not mistakes. Go experiment, go do things so that you're at least living. You're not constantly waiting for life to happen to you. Do things that you feel like, right? But pay attention to right now where your Uranus is, where your Saturn is. Saturn will allow you to move forward with your future, with your changes, if you have finished your old lessons, whatever that might be. Check where your Rahu and Ketu are. Ketu is where you have to let go, keep letting go. So, as it moves every 2 years or so, Chandrika will know more than me about this. I'm terrible with these because, I interpret astrology in a very different way. It's more intuitive. So, I have to keep track of Western, sidereal, and Vedic at the same time. So, my brain goes for a scramble trying to keep track of where what is and how long what takes. I'm sorry if I sometimes muddle things up. I don't. The messages are still correct, but the placement, for example, in Vedic, things are now coming into certain positions which Western will say it's already moved into another zodiac sign. Exactly. She's going to be an in house astrologer. Throat chakra. Throat chakra. Who's got a We all have to keep clearing our throat chakra. Look at how many blues I'm wearing. So, what you have to figure out for yourself is where Uranus is, not only right now, in your birth chart, Kundali, and Saturn. So, this is where you have to complete your lessons, your karma, this, and gain discipline, learn discipline, and then you will apply it everywhere. And Uranus is where you have to be open to changes, you have to keep an open mind. There'll be sudden changes, sudden shifts. So you have to see in your birth chart, your natal chart as it's called, and currently. You'll see a progression. You'll be like, oh damn, that's right. So, this full moon that is coming up, it's going to be extremely significant. It's the second time we are having a full moon in Aquarius. So it's a blue moon. It's happening within the same month of August. Aquarius, like I'm constantly trying to hammer in, is about the future. It's the age we are in right now. Actually, our new year is starting now, if we are going to go by that energy shift. You know, that's where our innovations have to be, that's where our technology will be going. But more than that, it's about us understanding we are one. We are only strong if we are together, if we are supporting each other. If you're noticing in the light worker community itself, I was so shocked when I was right now with my red cord. I always invited people, come share on my page. I don't know, I think they've had bad experiences with other groups or other pages that they're hesitating, but I'll keep at it. you know I have always given credit to where I'm sharing, be it a tweet or whatever. If I don't know, well, sorry, but otherwise I do. Oh wow. So you, Chandrika, have to be specifically very open-minded, very much about the collective, very future-oriented. Don't let the past, don't let culture, sanskriti, parampara, anything hold you back ever. Something got retracted. Right. So these people, I'm so shocked, they do not allow anyone else's page to be shared there. Nobody else is allowed to please have a Q&A at the end. I always do that. I always do. Don't worry. This is just a chit chat, but I thought since we are here after such a long time, I might as well tell you. And this full moon is so significant because this month, whatever you're seeing happen, whatever you're feeling, the push, the nudge, it is taking you towards your future. Thank you, my little heart, green heart. I have a feeling I know who you are. I'm going to text you. Tell me if it's you or not. So, uh, do your rituals. You have been shown very clearly, this, especially this month, what you have to let go. False relationships, false friendships, where you are being held back in life in the name of anything. Those who are in your, who are allowing or not allowing, empowering your growth, your evolution, you would have seen hints. You would have seen, oh my god, that comes from a very well meaning heart, is supporting your growth or your future. And those who are feeling you held back, where you're feeling held back, things are going to be happening again and again and again. You'll feel drained. You'll find there's no change. You'll talk to that person after 10 years and they're still there. I am trying, I am hoping, or whatever, still waiting, still stagnant, still whatever, those kind of energies. They will not have shifted and you'll feel drained. You'll feel your body begins to pain that very evening or that night, the next day. You're going to feel extremely tired when you meet this person or these people. You have to create a distance. When they evolve, they'll come back if they're your soul tribe. Just because someone was does not mean you have to keep carrying them with you all your life. Also, what has been brought up for you to notice is where you're carrying delusions, illusions, fan. Where are you just in daydreaming but not taking action? Because Mars has been, last 2 years, how much. Okay. um, but I give you a warm welcome here and I love to hear from you. So please comment, keep commenting, tell us more about yourself, whatever you feel comfortable sharing. All right, my little green heart. I don't know why I feel you're a little green heart. Maybe that's the first emoticon you shared with me, that's why. So, where we have been postponing things, and why? Is it fear holding us back? All that has been made very evident, where things are not yet complete. That nudge, that push will keep coming over the next few weeks. Come on, do it, do it, do it. For example, whenever I want to stop or I'm questioning things, that, oh my god, the growth of my channel is so slow, maybe, I should just stop and start my cooking channel, which is my second dream, of course. But um I have gone through that, and it is always something that will align. Some message will come to me, or someone will leave a comment that very day, telling me how or wherever I have helped them, or they'll send me an SMS, something. It happens every single time when I'm like, oh my god, maybe, others have grown so fast. Why am I not growing so fast? So we all need something to keep us going, to keep us, to know that yes, I'm making a dent, even if it is in one space. I'm supporting one person, I'm motivating one person, you know and it keeps you going. But you cannot become reliant on that. You cannot be, if they don't, I won't. That just happens when you need a confirmation from the universe that yes, you're on the right path. So, be it you're getting one order, right? It is your path. If there is something that is constantly telling you, keep going, keep going, right now you're not seeing the fruit because you're in the transition phase. And the more you do it with the least resistance, you do it, the it will start gathering speed very soon. I know when we say very soon, people think in a day or two, in a few hours. It takes a bit of time in our physical time space continuum. Yeah, I know. Thank you, Chandrika. You do keep telling me, and it is so motivating for me. All of you, I don't want to take out people's name, call out people's name just in case they're uncomfortable. But oh my God, you guys, when your feedbacks come, there are times when a reading is not making sense to me, or there are other readers as well who will tell the reading, you're like, what? And then somebody comes on, and a lot of people come on, and they're like, oh my god, no, no, that makes exact sense. And you're like, oh wow, it's making sense to them. So because it's not always your understanding or mindset that will click with the reading. So I'm so grateful for all of you who do comment and tell me where the reading is resonating or whatever. So here I would also like to tell you, don't get overwhelmed by the quantity I post. I just try to ensure there is something for everyone. So if there's something for those who are single, there's something for those who are coupled up, those who are in a complicated situation. Like if there's zodiac sign monthlies, you will check your sun sign, moon sign, if you're interested in a love, whatever, your Venus sign. Maybe very few of you will check your rising sign, because most won't even know where their rising sign is. So max you're seeing two videos in that. Birth date, how many birth dates can you have? Just one, right? I haven't shared the other parts of how to check your destiny path number and soul number, because no one commented, no one asked for it. So I thought, oh well, maybe they don't want it. So the moon, there's new moon reading, there's full moon reading. There's just one overview which I like to do in beginning of the month, is to kind of tell you about the physical symptoms or what might probably take place in the outer world around you. Okay, and then there's situational reading, which depends on how complicated your life is, frankly, how many you need to watch. So don't get overwhelmed by the quantity. Hit the notification bell, and you will get the message, right? So then you can figure out if that reading today is for you or not. There's some who like to start their day with what's coming, what their attention should be for the next 24 or 48 hours. But I think I'm going to cut that down because the response has not been great for the morning messages. The love messages I'll keep coming and probably make them the shorts, so less than a minute. The divinely channeled messages. I would love to hear your views. It is going to be interactive and mutual. But Ravisha, if you're the only one who's watching it, oh, I know. Oh, we have till the end of this month. Start sharing them. Maybe then more people will watch it because it has nothing to do with zodiac signs or anything. And they're small, they're tiny. You can be brushing your teeth while listening, right? Or something. Your morning walk, your packing your bag in the morning. I don't know. So, I need to hear from all of you about these questions. What kind of situation do you find yourself in? Tell me that. You know, for the full moon, I wanted to ask, would you like a live or a pre recorded reading? But now that today I'm doing the live, I think I'll just record the full moon reading. Oh, no. Thank you, doll. Thank you. So, where were we? We have spoken about the manthan a little bit. Okay, so let's talk. Hi, Sridhar. Welcome. Welcome. So, let's just talk a little about the manthan. Powerful set of planets on two opposite sides. One asking for change and going towards the future. One saying, wait, complete the situation. Sridhar, same here for what? I didn't understand. So the shift is kind of also influencing us as an individual, then bigger as a, say, community or nation, and then bigger as the world. So be it the good that is happening or the bad, whatever you're observing at this time, put it in the perspective of a churning or a manthan. What will come out of that, God willing, is the cream or the destruction. We have to be just an observer, not get scared. We have to keep raising our vibration. Competition we have is ourselves. Am I yesterday? Am I doing better than last year? Then turn back and look at your journey and see, where were you 10 years ago? Where were you 5 years ago? Where were you 2 years ago? Have you moved? Have you changed? Have you evolved? Have you become better? Have you become more forgiving? Have you become more accommodating in the sense of accepting people for who they are? If you don't get along with them or you're on a different page, you let them go with blessings, with love. Or are you someone who is still holding on to resentments, grudges, all that? There's a manthan happening inside of you for your future, and then at large for all of us. And think of it as 3D and 5D, the churning. So, where are we going? You focus on your journey, focus on your vibration, your frequency. How much can you, if there's this twin heart meditation, not twin flame, twin heart meditation, where you start by calling in the pink light in your heart chakra. It becomes a bubble, and then you spread that love to your entire apartment or house, your colony, to your entire city, to your entire state, your entire country, to the entire continent, and then to the entire world. And then you have to hold that vision. If you can start doing that, anything from 1 minute to 2 minutes, don't allow yourself to be drained. If you are someone who's going through a lot of healing right now, going through the dark night of the soul, then it is not yet your time to do this healing, this meditation. But if you are finding yourself that, yes, you might be drained or you might be feeling challenges, but you are not in a broken state, you're feeling more and more whole, you're feeling more and more love within you, Well, then you start doing this exercise, hold that vision for as long as you can, and allow yourself to become love, to embody love, right? Will we get triggered? Yes. Will we get upset with people? Of course. Are we going to have arguments? How soon can you come back to the center? If you have been mean to someone, how soon can you apologize and yet detach? If you see a constant pattern happening with someone, can you let go of expectation that it will happen in some other way, that they'll change, that they will come and make amends, or give you a closure, or there'll be a reconciliation, whatever the situation, waiting for an apology from a person? Can you let go of that? Accept what it is. Come back to your center. How soon can you let that situation go? 1 day, 1 hour, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, 1 decade. That's what you have to look at to see your progress. Okay. So, what else do we want to talk about? Now, I'll start taking your messages. Yeah, you cannot get closure from anyone. You have to give it to yourself. If they have left, they've left. That was the closure. If someone has ghosted you, that is the closure. The rest is you letting go of your expectations, your hopes, your dreams, which they may or may not have had anything to do with, or friends, anyone, right? The fact that they left, that is your closure. Here's one place I'm going to talk about. This I plan to put in the little gems, but maybe this is the right time. I'm feeling guided to talk about it. You keep, not you, all of us, keep thinking love has to be reciprocated. There is no such thing as reciprocated love. It's all you. When you feel the love for someone, there is a certain chemical reaction, there's a certain increase in your vibration, in your frequency, and you want to do things. Have you heard people say, I did so much for that person? Did they ask you to? Then they are manipulating you and using you. If you did it on your own accord and now you're suddenly expecting that why didn't they reciprocate, then maybe it was you trying to buy their love, cash or kind of issue. Whatever love anyone experiences is within them. What we look for is a container for our variety of love, a compatible patram. For example, molten steel, you cannot use मिट्टी का बना हुआ बर्तन, a कुल्हड़. You cannot use a CCD cup, paper cup. You cannot use a plastic bottle. There is a certain metal out of which that scoop would be made of, that can hold that hot melted steel or iron, and then it's poured into things. You getting my point? For all of us, there is a different utensil, but the love remains ours. And we have to make sure we are a utensil where someone can safely pour their love in. But there is nothing such as mutual love, reciprocated love. Hence, I have always told you, it's up to you. You can love someone all your life from a distance, and there's no change in the quality of your love. Think about Mirabai or someone here. Um, our love for each other, right? So we have to keep our love pure, we have to keep our utensil clean, and the expectation of forever has to be dropped, be it in friendship, relationships, romantic relationships, relatives, thingies. Okay, a lot of people are sent to your life to help you heal, to help you transition from one shore to another shore like a boat. Okay, or when you are wounded and someone is sent to you, you do not make the hospital your home, do you? You stay, even if you're in the long term physiotherapy, or people who become uh, handicapped, or they have spinal injury or something, they are long term there, still isn't their home. Then they send you people who take you from one shore to another, like when you are going through a divorce or going through something, and then you find a person, and then you go and you have to start your new life, and then by and by you'll find someone else. Your boat is not your home again. Then you find more passengers, like in train. I'm so glad, Sridhar. I'm so glad I'm tapping into your energy. So you have to stop thinking everyone is the person. Yes, they are. You have to be eternally grateful for when they were sent in your life with exactly what you needed at that time. And then let them go with peace, with love, with gratitude. You will move from people to people, relationship to relationship. Some will continue to grow with you, some who are not, you will have to shed. And again I say, those who are meant for you, those who are your soul tribe, those who are your soulmate, those who you are supposing, in if we go by the definition of twin flame, they will come back. It will happen. So instead of searching, is this the one, is this the one, and holding and clinging. There was an ad I saw not years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, and it was one of those adverts, but it was on Facebook. Uh, is your husband about to leave you, or some weird language like that? How to control them, how to make them stop leaving you. Then there's something called vashikaran and all that. I'm like, why do you even want to be with a person who doesn't want to be with you? They don't love you, they don't value you. Why would you want to be with a person like that? Let them go, you know. It was hilarious for me. I'm like, and there were millions of likes and queries and everything. I'm stumped. But I will make you love me, I'll do anything you say. Do you think you can make someone love you? They can stay out of pity, or because you are now waiting hand and foot on them, and they are getting a narcissistic pleasure, they are controlling you. Why would you want that person who does not love you? If they don't love you now, what makes you think they will love you later? If they love you, they love you. They've loved you from the beginning. Maybe the definition of the relationship, the parameters of the relationship changed. If love changes, it wasn't love, was it? It was infatuation, crush, lust, something. Yes, the Uranus is definitely for them, but they're the collective. First, it's hitting us, right? We have to be attentive. What is changing? Where we are being asked to be authentic self. Allow the changes to come in. You know, it's going to become probably more and more acceptable. I don't know what's going on in my hair today. Ooh. Um, where how marriage is being perceived, or that a girl's ultimate goal in life does not have to be get married and pop kids out. It's up to you. You don't even have to get married to have kids. Did people not realize that? Science, biology. Adoption is a huge option for childless couple. They're children who need your love, right? So a lot of mindsets are going to be blown open, changes are going to take place, and I'm seeing a lot of ads, a lot of promos, talking about how to change how you perceive a woman, that she cannot do X, Y, and Z jobs. There's one about someone who, where the electricity goes, and this girl goes and fixes the fuse or something, and the patriarch is like, tum ladki ho types, and she's like, yeah, the electricity didn't know I'm a girl, it got fixed. It's- so things are slowly going to happen, but each one of us has to make that change within us, within our mindset, in our choices. The past will pull you behind. It's up to you to keep cutting the cord and moving forward. It will keep throwing the lasso at you and trying to pull you back. And it's comfortable, it's known, it's familiar. So you might want to just give up and say, what the hell? Oh my god, I just saw 55555. Changes, 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 changes. So that's about mindsets. That's about how marriages are working. It's like dowry. Let's talk about dowry. Girls, you do realize dowry means your parents paid for that guy. So instead of you being controlled by him, shouldn't you be controlling that guy? If you're agreeing to such a marriage, first of all, I'll be like, no, no. But change the mindset. I told this to my bai and she was like, ऐसा तो कभी सोचा नहीं, right? And I'm like, तुमने खरीदा ना लड़के को अपनी बेटी के लिए. So who owns who now? Why is she going to obey him? He's going to obey her now. Then, instead of saving up for a grand marriage to feed relatives who are there to just criticize the food, the decor, the arrangements you made, call five close people, have a court marriage, and use that money to buy a house in your daughter's name, in your son's name, so that they are not burdened by EMIs at the start of their life. Makes more sense. Get them to start their business with that money, something. So, question everything. Bring a new element which empowers everyone around you. We cannot keep waiting for someone else. We cannot wait for Batman, Superman, Spider Man, Ant Man, whoever man to come. We are responsible for the life we are living. We are responsible for the governments we are choosing. If they are not educated, look at their personal lives. If they have no moral compass, look at their career. What are they standing for? Why are we allowing them to come back to power again and again? It's up to each one of us, and not be like, no, I'm too evolved to go and vote. I used to feel that way, to be fair. I don't want to. It's too dirty. So, what else are we talking about? We have talked a lot and lot and lot about Uranus, Uranus, Uranus. What do we want to talk about now? Illusions we talked about? Or relationships are going to change a lot in the coming days. Now I'll take Q&A. I am rather sure of that. Um, it's probably going to hit us around the lockdown. I don't want to say around December. Let me just see if I can pull a couple of cards about it, about the lockdown, any future lockdowns within this year, any more lockdowns in 2021 for my collective. True, completely, completely. This is a new deck, so let me see if I get answers out of this, or I'll go back to the one. Uh, well, a lot of things can change if we come together and support each other. If we stand up against, a lot of things can shift. But I'm going to ask, this is a specific deck of mine which gives me very precise answers. Is there going to be any further lockdown in 2021? Ah, again, it's going to be up to what the collective is doing. Yeah, it is still up in the air. There might be some changes that the collective is taking or making, which we are not aware of, which we may hear about, you know, and we might see. So in December there was supposed to be a lockdown, right? So is that still happening, or have we managed to change that timeline? Yeah, Allah. December. Again, the message is we have to work together. We have to come together. Changes as in supporting each other if someone's rights are being violated, for example, supporting the farmers. I had written about that some 8 years ago. Since 8 years I've been talking about supporting our farmers. In our country, no one ever cares, though we are an agricultural country and everything kind of depends on their well-being. So be it supporting our laborers, be it supporting others from other communities or religion. We Do you want another Holocaust or Auschwitz to take place in our country? Because with the kind of things happening right now, that's our right now next future. That's what we are headed towards, unfortunately. Being vocal in our support and not just words on Facebook, because that reaches no one, it does nothing. Working with our environment, protecting our trees, protecting our rivers, protecting wildlife. We are the one who throws everything out of the balance, the ecological balance, we humans. So, yeah, there is going to be a decision coming up very soon about this. What's going to happen? If the awakening bit has worked, maybe collective. So, we are being awakened, the collective is being worked on at this time. There might be a lot of financial problems for some people. Yep, November onwards, things might happen. Some things. We'll come to know. We are being lied to, that much is clear. Next question. Ravisha, you said you have a lot of questions. Sridhar, what was your question? Chandrika, I know there are more people here. Hi to all of you. Drop me a hi so I can know who's online. If you have any questions, we'll take it. You can please later on watch the entire chit chat. I was here to just have fun with all of you guys. Here we go. December. Most likely it is going to take place. But the light workers are definitely manifesting better things, right? One love, nurturing, kindness, giving birth to the new. Let's see how much we are able to put it down. That's the November December energies. Hey people, want to drop me a hi? Chandrika, you still here? Any questions? It doesn't have to be just with you, your personal life. It can be for our collective, it can be for our tribe. How the government benefits from the lockdown? Well, they keep us in fear. We gave away all our constitutional rights like that in a snap. Now think about the population as per each country, right? And look at the value they have put to the, what I'm not supposed to mention on YouTube, the, and calculate that the amount of money they are making in the name of you're not wearing, you're not this, you're not that. Who is profiting? The people who are paying them, those companies. Hi Neha, I was missing you. I was looking for you right in the beginning. Is there any significant event gonna happen for Aquarius ascendant? Ah, watch your Aquarius reading. There's so many love reading, horoscope reading. Lot of things are going to happen for Tauruses in this time period. Any questions, Neha, for the collective, for our tribe, for our viewers? Anything that has been on your mind? So, for those of you who are here, hi Soumya. Um, Soumya, let me message you about that. Okay, I don't want to say it on YouTube. If that gives you an answer, then good. Your affirmation for at this time, and especially to go through the changes, is I'm courageous and powerful. Oops, it's in reverse. Okay, so I'm going to pull out one card for everyone who's here. Ravisha. Beauty raises my vibration. I seek it out for healing and joy. So beautify your room, beautify your, surround yourself with flowers or candles, decorate yourself, put hearts, unicorns. I don't know. Those are my things, whatever your thing is. Okay, so surround yourself with things that are beautiful, that make you feel beautiful, that makes you think of the world as a beautiful place. Looking at pictures of Machu Picchu, of the Himalayan range, of sunsets, of oceans, whatever have you. And that is really going to help you at this time. Chandrika, affirmation and message for Chandrika for this time period. And I dropped it. I seek truth and act upon my realizations. That is very significant for you, Chandrika. I feel that there is a lot of epiphanies and understandings that have been coming to you recently, and you have to start first imbibing it, integrate it, understand it, and then stay with it, and then you will feel the need to act on it to take that truth forward. So, Sridhar, if you're still here, Sridhar, this is for I will persist. My will is strong. So, if you have been feeling demotivated, rejected, or feeling like giving up, if there are situations that have been very challenging, well, you are being told that you do have the willpower, you have the strength, and you will persist. You have to just go a little longer, and you will start being able to, take it forward, find success, find solutions. So here is for my Neha. Life is conspiring for me. So whatever is ongoing at this time, you have to remember it is happening for you, not against you. Whatever changes are taking place, whatever is coming towards you, people, relationships, etc., that is happening to support you, to take you towards your highest and best, taking you towards your dreams, that which is meant for you, that person, that situation. Soumya, I choose to nourish myself and enrich my life. So, you are being asked to not only give yourself self love, but become your biggest cheerleader, become your biggest motivator, give yourself love, self worth, go on adventures, learn more, attend workshops, not in the only metaphysical thing, but like go for dances, go for, you know the marathon for supporting X, Y, and Z something, right? I'm seeing a lot of people things, like working with people to enrich your life, go on travels, take vacations alone, have your adventures, go past your fear. So that is for my Soumya. And then there is someone else here, my little heart. Okay, my words and actions are beauty, compassion, and love. How gorgeous is that? You're being reminded to be the empress or emperor, whatever your gender might be. My words and actions are beauty, compassion, and love. So you are here as a very healing energy. You are here to encourage. You are here again about beauty. Find beauty, spread your love, be compassionate with others. And there's someone else here. I don't know who, but for you, the message is: I enjoy the serendipity of life. The unexpected can be wonderful. So, whoever you are, the universe is working behind the scene for you, making things happen for you. And though things might be unexpected with the Uranus, with a lot of the planetary transits happening, with, you know, this being in retrograde and that going and, challenging Saturn, and, we feeling edgy and restless, can be gorgeous and wonderful. And why don't I pull a card for me? I accept renewals and delight in fresh starts. Of course, I do. Whatever it might happen. You're a Libra. You're so nice. Thank you. And you're so nice. Your card told me you're so nice. You're very welcome. And questions. And if you're bored of all this, we can just chit chat about nonsense. We can talk about good shows to watch on Netflix. We can watch about books. We can talk about anything you want. Come on, people. I'm your friend. We can talk about boys. My favorite topic, love, romance. My parents should have just named me Love. You know, Love. Netflix. Okay. For those of you who want to understand visually, to get a visual reference about parallel timelines, watch Stranger Things. For you to understand society, that's the physical realm, or to understand um, the levels of dimensions, watch The Platform. It's very dark, but it's very nice, amazing. And if you want awesome, fast paced, always some action happening, no brain required, Gotham is brilliant. The acting is brilliant. The casting is brilliant. The lines are brilliant. There's emotion while there is crime and things happening. They're gray, black, white, everything. If you want to know about love, soulmates, twin flames, The Gift, it's a Turkish show, but it's dubbed, it's gorgeous. The One is a twin flame thing. The Outlander season 1 is 100% about twin flames. Let's talk about boys. To talk about boys. And that's where you have to accept, right? That it is about shadow and working with it. And the more you go towards light, the more you also go towards the dark. My favorite time pass is reading, researching, watching documentaries and shows about serial killers, because they have the most deepest profound whatever experiences. Their childhoods are so challenging, why they turned out, all that, without condemning them, without challenging them, and by questioning the society's narrative about them. You understand so much about that. Boys. Yes, boys. Tell me what about boys. um, let's see what the universe wants us to talk about boys. Ace of Sword, clarity. Where do you want clarity? You all are manifesting. What do you want? What do you want? Someone to look at you like you look at Pani Puri, at your favorite cake? I'm not a sweet person, so the way I look at brie cheese or my favorite cheddar, my parmesan, is he the one? Ooh, Soumya, life is getting exciting for you. Is he a Leo? How you look at your pet? Well, Soumya, the answer for you could be a yes if both of you can tame your inner demons and find the courage. Someone here is thirsty. The devil card came out. Close. So Leo might be an important placement, could be the rising or something. Take a look if you know the birth time. What do we want to talk about? I bet he behaves like a Leo. Do you know, as a teenager, also I used to spy so much on the guys I used to like. Spy is a wrong word, right? It's showing interest in getting to know them better. The other day, I was telling someone, I'm like, you say that you have feelings for so and so for so long, many years apparently, and you haven't bothered to, you know, be on the Facebook, find out everything that is to know about them, from their posts, their birth dates, their favorite, blah blah. You can find out so much about a person by just going through the info on Facebook, right? And if they have more social media, anywho, but I was like, how can you say you have feelings for someone when you're not even willing to put in that much work? Uh, right? I mean, from the horoscope, and if they have even put, if they had put their birth time, I would have the whole kundli, and I would be like, oh, that person is going through this. Be patient. When I was in college and stuff, there was no Facebook and all that. Otherwise, oh my god, as it is, my intuition used to scare the out of people. Hey, someone is getting a love offer very soon, very soon. That's amazing to know. Open your hearts, girls. Open your hearts. Go on, go on. Don't be scared. Don't be all whatever. Just have a good time, flirt, be playful, and don't be easy. All right, don't be easy. Make them work for it. If they're not willing to put in the time, effort, get to know you, well, wow. Hey Shri, you also want to talk to us about boys? All right, Shri, you are being asked to do research at this time to, go in deeper to understand what is true love, unconditional love. Shri, that's specific message for you. You might be interested in someone who's a water sign, perhaps, or she is extremely loving, nurturing, very intuitive. Here, you have to learn more and evolve a bit more to match up with this person's energy. What have we all not done? It's completely fun and it's fair. How else would we grow and learn and stuff, right? It's awesome. And being intuitive really helps. See, I'm this lady imparting wisdom. What else? Checking kundali. Okay, Chandrika, very important, very important, very important. The old way of checking kundali will not work for those of you who are here, especially you're awakened, you are pretty much educated girls, you have dreams, you have ambitions in life. The prior way of matching kundalis was to kind of check for a docile woman who would do the wifely duties, like take care of the husband, blah blah blah. It was never from the point of view what is the girl going to get out of this relationship. So since you already know how to match kundalis, I want you to focus also on the Venus, the Mars. Otherwise, like most Indian people, you'll be, if you are doing it for other people, you'll be pushing them back into loveless, sexless kind of marriages. All right, so make sure that there's compatibility. A female, you'll know what I'm talking about, Chandrika. It's a bad match. Okay, no matter how much love there is, there's the passion is not going to be enough. If one is masculine, no matter who, what their gender might be, the other has to be the opposite. Make sure there is one person. If one is extremely emotional, you can see with the placements, the other cannot be categorically like a Capricornian, moon sign. They cannot be unemotional only about money. So make sure that you're not checking or matching kundlis based on the past way of doing it. That was to find a good, obedient, docile woman who will serve the family and the son. I want to ask something about kundli matching once you address Chandrika. Go ahead. You can keep typing. I will look. Positive times are coming. And my candle just went off. And holy shit, my entire candle thing has turned black. People, you can type as much as you want. I can see. I'm on my laptop, so I can see. With my phone, it used to be a huge problem. I'm looking down because I'm shuffling down. I mean, so I was told that a particular guy is a perfect match as per Kundali that did not even bother to call me back. Like I'm saying, those Kundali matching techniques are rubbish. They don't work anymore. Someone here needs to go within and spend some time alone meditating, or if there's someone here dealing with a Virgo, you'll be getting some kind of insight if you go into meditation today. No, the candle is not black, Soumya. My candle holder, which is made of glass, has turned completely black. So definitely something got released or purged, you know. I have known a lot of people who are kind of envious and whatever. I don't get this, those stuff energy. Definitely a time for all of us to be working, collaborating, you know, supporting each other. Sorry about that. You're welcome. I don't know why, Ravisha, but I do keep feeling for you. It has got to be someone from overseas. I have felt that for the longest time because the guys here are just not going to, they're not going to appreciate you. I've been saying that for years, and you were quite dejected when I had first said it to you because you're like, when will I go abroad? That's not important. It will happen when it's supposed to happen. Oh my god. Some very important communication is going to be coming up for few of you, some of you, all of you. Let's hope. You. Maybe you will be in a good place and meet them there and then get married and elope, or not get married and elope. I don't know. Ace of Cup, as I'm saying that. Brand new love. I know there are more interpretations to Ace of Love, Ace of Cup than love, but for me, it is only one. Okay. Star, healing, wishes being granted. What wishes are you making right now, people? And destinies are unfolding. I'm so excited. Amen. Oh, I don't even know how to pronounce your name. Will you get the job at? There's a lot of competition for it, I guess. Okay. It doesn't look too bright. I'm sorry to say. I like to give good answers. There's a lot of waiting. After a bit of waiting, the answer might be yes. And of course, you know, the Jupiter bit that you check, Chandrika, look for the compatibility with the Venus of, you know, the Jupiter versus Venus, Venus versus Jupiter, Mars and Venus, Mars and Venus. Moon is just fine. So the next topic, what do we want to talk about? We're talking about boys. We talked about Netflix. Um, what else? Are you guys having tea, coffee, wine? What are you having with me while we're chilling? We've got to do this at least once a month, right, people? You're welcome, Shri. Of course, we can. I have always been the one to, you know, if I've liked someone, I've always told them. Hey, who's got the time to sit around waiting? What rubbish. I remember when I met this very, very significant soul. I don't even have a title for him. Okay, so and he joined a place around the same time. And so the minute I kind of looked at him and I was like, all right, person of interest. And there was this vibe between us or whatever. And so then the one who's my team leader, my senior over there, was going around in a circle and introducing me to everyone. And then just before she reached him, she got distracted by something else. And we both just reached out and we were like, hi. So no waiting around. Had tea, finished it in the first 5 minutes. Yeah, but it's not about that you go with a vibe of desperation or that this is the relationship I want. You just have to be open to liking, mingling. I smile at everyone, so people used to think I'm over friendly or whatever. And I'm like, you can judge all you want. I ain't changing my stuff. I have always been called Miss Smiley since my school days. And you just take an interest in people, in their hobbies, and some become your friends, some become nothing, and some become a long standing, deep, soulful friendship, relationship. You know, you don't have to go at them with like, be with me now, marry me now. That has never been on my cup. I was very commitment phobic, twice married, commitment phobic. Yeah. I never wanted to be married, by the way. So anything you say no to happens, right? So, and a lot of guys run away from strong women or intelligent women or, those who are not easy to manipulate because they're weak. They just want someone they can lord over, boss around, and just get their way. So they always go for the weak women. And then they'll say, you're too intimidating, you're too bossy, you're too opinionated. And all you need to do to them is keep walking. Bye. Promise you that. That's why I say have conversations. Don't be afraid of asking questions. How do they feel about women generally working after marriage? Ask them, what do they know about periods or PMS? Those who are those kind who will just freak out, oh well, say bye bye. I mean, like 50% of the world's population is going to go through it and it's still taboo. How was my birthday? Oh, it was nice. It was relaxing. It was simple, beautiful, with a lovely cake presented to me, gifted to me. And I did a whole bunch of flower arrangements and, so watched a movie. I love serial killer movies. So I watched Kiss the Girls. Wasn't that good? I wish it was more of a serial. And ate stuff, had wine, slept. Yes, my meditation is kind of again different, but then I've been doing it for now 15 years or longer. And I have been a student of Reiki, but I'm a energy healer. Uh, what works best for emotional release? I find there are several things you need to do at the same time. One is journaling, uh, by keeping it in first person. you know I am feeling, I felt XYZ, so that you can circle the words that you need to work with, that show you whether you have insecurities, abandonment issues, rejection issue. I felt so humiliated ego, right? Whatever. Then once you have done that bit of journaling, to then start working with ho'oponopono with the people who are involved, and there will sooner or later be a purge of some sort. And then you also work with the violet flame, and you see if that memory is again bringing up the similar emotions, or it's time to let it go. And then I do a physical gesture, like around the full moons or something, burning it, or cutting cord, or just if I have something of that person, putting it in running water or something, and allow it to go. So it's a long process, but you get quicker with it with time. Sometimes you're stuck, and especially when it comes to parents or someone, it takes very long. You're most welcome. Please tell me how to pronounce your name, or give me a nickname for you if you don't mind. Balancing masculine and feminine energy, that is a tough one. It takes a lot of time because it's more like phases. There's a time for you to take action, take charge, um, and then there's a time for you to receive, to be in the energy of nurturing, of expanding what you have been given. For those of you who are working people, so when you go to work, you're in your masculine, you have to take logical decisions, take action, you know be in charge of the situation. But then you come back and then you are in a nurturing energy. So your day to day life is a balancing of masculine and feminine energies, right? So if you are a female gender but you want to take charge of the relationship, you are going against your energy. And so you have to check yourself, you have to surrender, you have to let go of control, you have to let go of desired outcome. If you're in the chaser energy, for example, that's the feminine trying to become the masculine. If I am more in my masculine energy, does that mean I will attract someone who's in the feminine energy? Not necessarily. Any disbalance will get you a disbalanced person. And that's not a bad thing either. Experience is experience. The point is to keep learning, growing, and to not get stuck, not to be clingy, not to become, not to come at it from a needy perspective. I was with a person who turned out to be very possessive and jealous of me, and at that time, so was I. And it's in hindsight that I realized, oh my God, I was acting like a karmic. But both of us loved each other, and it was a very, very important, crucial relationship of my life. I'm eternally grateful to that person. You have to bring a balance every day, like I just said. Be open to receiving. If you're a giving person, if you're someone who's always making decision, this is where we'll eat, this is what we'll do, allow someone else to also take charge. How to attract and not chase? Well, it is there in your question. Attract, don't chase. Don't run, don't desire before a potential or someone has even shown interest. Don't start dreaming and building castles in mid-air, right? And if you are, like in the beginning I've talked about, if someone is not showing you interest, why would you want them anyway? Allow them to go, allow them to heal, allow them to realize your worth and value. If they do, if they find the courage, they'll come to you. What do you want? People have to keep asking two questions. What are they bringing to the table, and let them say it, not you decide. Let them tell you, this is what I'm willing to offer you, this is what I'm bringing to the table, and what are you bringing to the table? If they are bringing intimacy to the table and you're like, intimacy is not on the table till a commitment happens, well, yes, Ravisha, it's a daily activity, right? When you are cooking, you're in your female energy, your feminine energy, you're taking ingredients and making it into something other than, that's a feminine energy. when you are putting a product price, when you are bargaining, when you're negotiating, when you are taking decisions, that's your masculine energy. So you're already working with both. To attract what we want, you have to be more clear. If it is money, okay, then you have to come into the energy of whenever you have felt very abundant. For me, when I was broke, that abundant energy was at a time when a friend of mine, we were in a play together, and on the last day he took my backpack and stuffed it with chocolates. Okay, so when I was broke and I couldn't think of when I have felt abundant, I went back to such memories, brought that into my energy field, expanded on that, and then started my affirmations. Work with different modalities and see which one aligns best with you. Uh, for example, oh, good, you've reminded me, Shridhar. For example, I keep saying the violet flame. Now, if you are someone who has a lot of water elements in your chart, okay, you might need to visualize violet water drinking. It is, you are submerged in a violet water. There's violet smoke if you have too much air element. Violet flame works for me because I'm a fire mostly. For earth signs, I'm not really sure violet what would work, but something. Okay. भगवान ऐसा तो सबको दे. Okay, so same goes with a few frequency. I don't work so much with frequency as I do with healing music from divine white light. Binaural beats have assisted me in releasing, in healing certain blocked chakras of mine, but definitely not in visualization. In manifesting, I have used vision boards. I find just staying in the energy of and feeling that it's already here has drawn me stuff the best, because I feel, don't ask how, when, what, don't get stuck on specific person, place, job, anything, and that which is meant for you just comes very quickly. Just align with it, feel it, how will I feel about. There has to be some time when you have felt, when you have felt loved, when you have felt desired, you know. Think of that, allow that feeling to encompass you, submerge yourself in feeling that. The longer you can hold that feeling, the sooner you are getting aligned, magnetizing it. For all of you saying thank you, welcome, welcome, welcome. Heart, heart, heart. Oh. All done. It's nearly 2 hours we've been together. Love this time with all of you, really. Anything else, Spirit, that needs to be communicated or talked about today? Wishes are being fulfilled. Hold your vision. Be careful what you're wishing for. Okay? Just ask for what's highest and best for you. And it's being granted. Ah, wishing and manifesting true love. Their person for everyone here right now. You're welcome. Hi, Lekha. Hi, Tina. Are you my Tina? Ramni. You're very, very welcome, all of you. Love you all so much. Do go back and watch the whole thing. Oh my god! Hey, Tina, my teeny. I'm so excited. People say hi to Tina. She is my friend since class 2. And I won't tell you my age yet, but it's a long way ago. Oh, she has the most gorgeous, silky, beautiful, straight hair. Lekha, you must watch this entirety from beginning, okay? There are lots and lots of message, and since you're here, let me pull out a message for you. I did for all of them. Ow. Warm welcome to Tina, everybody. Let's make her feel warm welcome. For Lekha, please. Message for this time period for Lekha. Oops. I'm courageous and powerful. Lekha, your inner work is working. You're being reminded that you have the courage. You are powerful. You're on the right path. You're doing what is needed and you're going to be successful, right? So stay in your courage. Stay in your power. Don't allow temporary emotions to move you astray from where you're going forward. That's your future. Tina, would you like a message for you? Let's do that. I don't even know if you are into tarot or something, but oh well. These are gorgeous messages. I enjoy the serendipity of life. The unexpected can be wonderful. Some amazing new serendipitous things, new things are coming your way, Tina, and you just be open to it because it might just make some amazing things happen for you unexpectedly. It'll be very sudden. You won't see it coming. It'll be very surprising. Hi, Mishu. Lovely to have you here. I'm going to pull out a message for you, Mishu. My words and actions are of beauty, compassion, and love. Of course, they are. I'm sorry it's coming all reverse because of the camera. That's amazing, Tina. And Mishu, stay your beautiful self, your compassionate, loving self. Oh my God, this is just a confirmation from the universe that you're on the right path, you're doing the right things, and your heart is so big and so loving. I love you. And if anytime you want me to give a shout out to what you are doing on my Facebook or over here, let me know and I will do that, right? And any one of you know anyone in Patna, please support my little girl and she has a YouTube, but she has this beautiful, amazing gift hamper for Raksha Bandhan. All of the things, cakes and stuff, she makes them. They're eggless. So, can you please give a message for my daughter Vibhuti? Sure. Hi Vibhuti. You're the one in States, are you Vibhuti, or are you studying in India? Okay. You've got two cards. I know my shadow side and I work to willingly transform aspects of it. So at this time, Vibhuti, there might be some things such as anger, fears, depression, insecurities that might be coming up, but you have to be willing and ready to transmutate it, to learn the lessons, to not be dictated. Don't make your choices based on fear, etc. They are there for you to conquer it and to work through it. And I see the gateway is open, the pathway is clear, my journey begins. So as soon as you deal with your shadow aspect, some brand new chapter or brand new phase for you is going to start in your life, Vibhuti. Those are for you. Okay, amazing. Bakefromhome.ravisha is the Instagram handle. Right. So we have talked about boys, we have talked about transformation, we have talked about relationships, we have talked about politics, we have talked about Netflix, we have got messages for everyone. हुकुम करो और क्या चाहते हो. You're very welcome. Yes, please. That's a very important question. What kind of time, and be it Friday or Saturday, like what day and time is convenient for most people here for the lives? Second, I was going to do a live for the full moon tomorrow or day after. I'm not sure. The full moon is on 22nd. I wasn't sure because tomorrow I have some work outside. But what would you prefer? A pre recorded one that I upload or a live? Because when I'm doing the reading, I will not be able to interact this way. Also, which other readings you want me to continue with? The zodiac, love, situationships, I will definitely be continuing. But birth date, morning messages, the channel love messages, what do you like? What do you definitely want to see me continue? Yeah, but I want others to also tell me. So the first question, let's answer about the full moon reading tomorrow or day after, whenever it is. Would you prefer a live or would you like an upload? Thank you, Mishu. Thank you so much. You like the love messages? Great. Do you like them in the format earlier or the shorts, the less than a minute one? Upload. Oh, thank you, girls. So two votes for live and then whatever is convenient for me, one for upload. Okay. You and Neha, please tell me the love shots that were like the shots which I can do from my phone, which I'm still trying to figure out proper lighting. I'm sorry. Honestly, on the phone, the candle looks amazing and everything, but once it is uploaded, everything turns out to be dark, and I'm like, what just happened? Shorts, shorts. Okay, great. So no morning updates, right? Except for Ravisha. Oh, and those of you who haven't yet checked it out, there's a upload I did today for the Uranus in retrograde. It's brief, it's very positive, so do check it out. And if you don't mind, all of you, at least who are here, please, please bear with me and post your birth date in the comments in the Uranus retrograde reading, because I'm updating and making a brand new birth date diary. Okay, Lekha and Ravisha do want the morning updates, but then you have to promise to share it on your Facebook because otherwise I don't get any views. I'm not forcing you, it's a request. You know how I talk. Okay, three for morning messages. And that's entirely for the collective as well, right? So you guys can absolutely share it. And to make things easier for you, the long ones, like the zodiac and whatever, what I'm doing is putting them together and posting them on my Facebook, on the Facebook page that we have, and you can just hit share from there, or whatever. I'm trying to make it as easy for all of you. Pinky promise. Thank you so much. Yes, I'm trying to make sure that everyone feels that they get a personal reading, and so there are so many divisions to which I can just clamp up in one reading. But I'd rather not. Not here, not here. Uranus retrograde reading, please, 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 or again I'll lose track. Everything in one place. No, 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 Mishu, Ravisha, not here. Mercury, Uranus retrograde reading in the comments over there, please, please. Mishu, you're number 4. No wonder you're so stable and wow. My God. Good things are coming for you, Mishu. This year, you'll feel like you're working towards it, and then you're going to see the play out. You have to just remain open for change always. Every time you start getting complacent, something will get shifted in your life. If not in your life, then maybe where you're residing, for example. Like my entire childhood was one school, another school, another school. It was like I was going mad. This is the longest I've stayed in a place. It's coming. This is the last stretch. All right, my lovely people. So that's your homework, to put your birth dates on the Uranus retrograde reading in the comments. And any other questions, any other suggestions, post them anywhere, anytime. I didn't even do that. From class 5 to class 12 was the longest school I stayed in. That's a long time. But that was also kind of divided, junior school and then my high school, and then that was intermediate. So it wasn't the same classmates or something. Even the headmistresses were different. And places, oh my God, I've lived in too many places. The best part was the countries. Oh my God, the travels. Someday I have to show you guys pictures and tell you all about my travels. टाइम ही नहीं मिलता है अपनी कहानियां शेयर करने के लिए. आई वुड लव टू टेल यू ऑल सो मच, सो मच. आई वांट टू स्टार्ट टॉकिंग इंग्लिश. शायद और लोग आ जाए. और दर्शक आ जाएंगे. My daughter's channel? I don't have a daughter. Any last message for the collective? Let us see, let us see. What am I feeling guided to? I have this gorgeous deck, which, if I pull out 3 cards and I read them together, it strangely makes a huge story. It's almost like a entire reading. For Oh, Ravisha is not my daughter. She is my friend, my student, my protege, whatever you want to call her. So, any last messages for my viewers, Spirit? Since we always worried about our success and our monies, I thought I'd use that deck. Any messages, Spirit, for the collective, for my viewers? Any final messages? Thank you. And 3 cards came out. Find the connection between mind, body, and wallet. Exactly. So, if you are constantly stressing, or if you are not taking care to nourish yourself with the best food out there, what your body is asking for, exercising. Everything impacts everything. If you're constantly in a fearful state in your emotions, that's what's going to reflect in your money. If you're in love with someone, investing in someone else, that's going to reflect in your success as well. Balance in all things, including your bank account, right? Saving, spending, invisible money. That's how I treat money. This is my monthly budget, plus some for, special stuff, ordering out and stuff. uh, the thing that we really need, that is slightly expensive, that kind, all that is in a budget. Then this is the saving. Then there is invisible money, no matter what happens, not to touch it. Learn the many meanings of intrinsic value. Listen to your inner voice through a premium speaker. Put it on a loudspeaker, your inner voice. Always stay ahead, even behind the scenes. Preempt. Preempt what might be coming up. That's what these readings are for. That's why the heads up are for. Don't keep a finger on the pulse. Use a stethoscope. Go in deeper. Become more proficient, efficient in, say, energy reading, in what your industry is moving towards, what are the upcoming demands, right? Find where personal meets personable. Don't get with the times if they don't get you. Wasn't my previous so much times me speaking about this? Kill with kindness, resuscitate with humor. Ooh, gorgeous messages there. Those are your final messages, all of you. It was brilliant, amazing, so heartwarming to spend so much time with you all after such a long time. Everyone in the collective is on a different time, and it depends on how they are doing their inner work, how much they are allowing the changes to occur, where there is resistance, where they are still being, working from the programming, the old conditioning, the orthodox mindset. Thank you to all of you as well. Work through your resistances. The next few months are very important, so that then you can embrace. You have to make space for the new to come in, right? All of you. For that, you have to let go of some things. Do energy clearing. Let go of the past conditioning, past beliefs, past patterns. People will be shedding away from you. Declutter your own physical space again and again and again. You know, keep working with energy. My uploads are here for that, to serve you all. Any last messages for me? You're very welcome. All of you, very warm welcome. Okay, so I'm going to now start logging out. Love you, love you, love you, all of you. Lots of love, lots of hugs, kisses. I look forward to seeing you more interactive in the comment section as well. It's a very safe space, at least till now, by God's grace. We have very open hearted, very loving, supportive people over here. Let's keep it that way. So, do share whatever you're comfortable with, or what you would like me to look into. Thank you so much. And thank you all for those of you who send me such lovely blessings and wishes and gifts and flowers, etc., for my birthday. Thank you so much. Love and light, love and light.